This is Mr. W speaking to all my fellow investigators out there. I invite you to leave behind what you think you know. Close your eyes, let the static of the world fade, and follow me into a story that brushes the edge of reality. We speak tonight of the Buga Sphere, a metallic orb whose appearance in Colombia has sparked intrigue, confusion, and a cascade of questions that ripple across the digital realm. The story begins, according to reports, on the 2nd or 4th of March in the year 2025. In the skies above Buga, a town nestled in the Valle del Cauca region of Colombia, witnesses observed a metallic sphere in flight. One video, captured by a woman named Maria, reportedly showed the object initially in straight, steady flight before it began to move erratically, zigzagging and changing altitude. This change in behavior is said to have occurred after the sphere passed near, or possibly even struck a high-voltage cable tower, carrying around 10,000 volts. A second video, filmed by a man known as Don Jose, reportedly captured the moment the sphere descended and landed in a vegetated area. Descriptions from the videos noted the sphere flying like a bird, capable of changing direction and emitting flashes of red, blue, green, and white light. Importantly, analyses of the video footage using tools for detecting artificial intelligence or digital manipulation reportedly found no such indications, suggesting the object was physically present. Following its descent, Don Jose was reportedly able to approach and recover the sphere by hand. The initial handling of the object is described as remarkably casual. Don Jose reportedly picked it up without any protective gear, mentioning its weight was around 2 kilograms. However, this is where the story takes its first strange turn. Individuals who handled the sphere reportedly experienced adverse effects, including dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and general health problems. Adding to the mystery, the sphere's weight reportedly changed, increasing from an initial 1.5 or 2 kilograms to nearly 10 kilograms, or even 6 kilograms at different times. Upon closer inspection, the sphere that Don Jose recovered appeared significantly different from the seemingly smooth object seen in the initial flight videos. The recovered sphere displayed a brushed metallic sheen and featured a prominent line around its equator, described by some as a thick junction or seam. Its surface was also covered in detailed engravings, including drawings and characters of an unknown purpose. This is where the Germany company enters the narrative. This company, based in Cali, Colombia, which sells metal detectors and dowsing equipment, was reportedly the first to obtain and publicize the sphere after Don Jose recovered it. Their YouTube channel featured videos showing Don Jose and the sphere, often with his face obscured. Curiously, the company also has a link to paranormal investigations, promoting equipment for detecting signals from beyond. The Germany company described initially handling the sphere with caution, using what they termed special suits for a quarantine period to eliminate potential radiation or reactions. However, critics noted that the protective gear shown appeared to be simple fabric suits and vinyl gloves, inadequate against radiation or contamination. Despite this, the company's representative claimed the sphere did emit radiation initially, but that it was eliminated after the quarantine. Another peculiar property reported was that the sphere was cold to the touch, yet water poured onto its surface would evaporate quickly, suggesting an internal heat source or reaction. Eventually, the Germany company announced they had entrusted the sphere to the well-known Mexican journalist and ufologist, Jamie Mawson, for more in-depth analysis. Mawson is a controversial figure in ufology, known for presenting alleged extraterrestrial artifacts, including the Nazca mummies, which have faced significant skepticism and debunking over the years. His involvement immediately cast a shadow of doubt for many seasoned investigators. Some commentators wryly suggested that giving the sphere to Mawson ensured that no one would take the claims seriously, perhaps intentionally. Preliminary analyses reportedly conducted while the sphere was with the Germany company, including X-rays, offered some intriguing details. The X-ray images reportedly showed a dense outer layer, possibly solid metal, and a more porous metallic interior. Within the porous core, small, dense white dots or spheres were observed. The analysis suggested these internal points might be related to the engraved markings on the sphere's surface, possibly illustrating how the object functions or flies. perhaps related to resonance. However, the X-rays reportedly did not reveal any screws, bolts, or internal structures that would conventionally explain its reported flight capabilities. The surface markings themselves have been a focal point of debate. While appearing as detailed writing or symbols, many observers noted their crude, uneven, and seemingly handmade quality, with lines appearing tortuous or imperfect. Crucially, it was pointed out that none of the characters seemed to repeat, which is highly unusual for a written language. The design has been compared to generic microchip graphics, tribal tattoos, symbols from the Predator movies, Stargate props, or low-budget science fiction movie props, suggesting a deliberate attempt to look alien or high-tech. The symbol in the center particularly drew comparisons to computer motherboards or even an NFC logo. These observations led many skeptics to conclude the object is a deliberate fabrication. Beyond the visual inconsistencies and the controversial figures involved, a significant point of contention arises from the apparent lack of official interest. According to legal experts, finding an object like this, particularly one showing signs of unusual technology or potential hazards like radiation, should trigger specific protocols. In countries like Brazil and seemingly similarly in Colombia, discovered items must be reported to authorities, especially if deemed of interest to national security. The discovery could lead to investigation, isolation of the area, and questioning of the discoverer. Furthermore, given Colombia's history of collaboration with global forces like the United States and NATO, a potentially advanced, unknown object might quickly be shared for external analysis. Yet, despite widespread online attention since March, there has been no apparent intervention or even acknowledgement from official Colombian authorities or international partners. This silence is perplexing if the object is truly anomalous or hazardous, leading some to believe the lack of official action further supports the notion of a hoax. Yet, we are left with the unexplained elements, the reported strange flight characteristics, the sphere's changing weight, the peculiar thermal properties, the physical effects on those who handled it, and the cryptic, non-repeating symbols. If not an elaborate, albeit flawed, hoax for marketing or notoriety, what could this object be? Some speculate the internal structure and external markings relate to an unknown form of technology, perhaps based on resonance or energy. Could the sphere be a probe, designed to observe us, left conveniently for retrieval to see how humanity would react and study it? This aligns with the idea of a Trojan horse, observing our patterns of investigation. While the sources don't explicitly mention interdimensional origins, the sheer mystery surrounding the Buga Sphere, particularly its reported abilities that seemingly defy our understanding of physics and manufacturing, leaves the door open to such speculative theories. An object capable of unusual flight without visible propulsion, changing weight inexplicably, exhibiting bizarre thermal properties, and bearing symbols that are not a conventional language, points to capabilities beyond our current terrestrial science. For some investigators, when the known physical laws seem insufficient to explain a phenomenon, theories involving origins from dimensions beyond our own are considered as possibilities, suggesting a presence that manifests within our reality in ways we are only beginning to grasp. The Buga Sphere, in its current enigmatic state, certainly fits the profile of an object whose true nature could lie outside our conventional understanding, whether terrestrial or extraterrestrial, potentially hinting at complexities that resonate with ideas of alternate realities or dimensions. As we await further analyses, particularly from independent scientists, if any are eventually given access, the Buga Sphere remains an unsolved puzzle. Is it a piece of unknown technology, perhaps even non-human, with bizarre properties we don't yet understand, dropped into our reality for reasons unknown? Or is it a cleverly staged fabrication, designed to deceive and garner attention, whose inconsistencies are slowly being exposed? The conflicting evidence, the questionable provenance, and the apparent lack of serious official investigation all contribute to this complex enigma. Fellow investigators, what do you make of the Buga Sphere? Do you see the signs of a profound mystery hinting at origins beyond our current comprehension, or the telltale flaws of an elaborate, perhaps risky, hoax?